There's a lot coming to this vlog because a lot has happened. Why is there so much shadow on you? Why are you in such... Okay, better. A lot has been going on for the past 2 days. Today a lot is going on, so we're gonna mix it all together and put it all into this episode. So this is gonna be a complete mashup. A complete mashup. This is gonna be a complete mashup of our 3 days.
What's the story?
So basically, that's what I'm afraid of. There's a lot of different threads and no particular story to this episode, I'm afraid. So, in other words, like a regular vlog.
I know what the story is.
What is the story?
It's about mental health, because we
oh boy, then that's the entire channel.
We need some mental health, and we're about to go to this mental health conference talk thing has the famous guy.
And we're gonna meet a celebrity today, maybe. Chances are high. I mean, we're gonna be
definitely gonna
in the same venue with them. I don't know if we're gonna meet them in person.
She wants you to interview him.
Okay, she wants us to interview him, so we're... the likelihood is very high we're gonna talk to them in person. A celebrity on our vlog today.
The only way I can prove it is do a repeat scan.
A repeat scan?
In about 3 months.
Oh, to see if it's...
Yeah, if those nodules are still there. Like, if I scan you and me, like, we would have these lung nodules too, like, that comes and goes, that are tiny. But in our case, because of the cancer, like, they can start off as... Something has to start as tiny, and then it'll grow. So every tiny thing that you're worried, is it related to the cancer? But some of them just come and go, like what you have, like you may have the same thing too.
Oh man, did we have stressful 24 hours. I feel like we need to talk about this right now and give a report of what happened, because this is such a relief right now.
I don't feel relieved.
I mean, there's certain level of stress that will never go away with this. That's how I feel about it. But with the current situation, it's definitely a relief from what you've been thinking for the past 24 hours to what the doctor just told us. Would you agree?
I always feel in limbo about it, and I feel like I don't really feel that relieved, because I haven't had these things on any of these scans so far, and now all of a sudden they're there. So I know the doctor said that she's going to be more concerned about it if the cancer marker goes up or if there's more at the next scan. But what does that mean? I have to wait 3 months not knowing what it... I mean, basically that's what it is. It's let's wait 3 months and see if they grew again, and then we worry about it. But it's hard to not worry about it for those 3 months.
Co zaszło tak właściwie? Na ostatnim vlogu byliśmy w szpitalu na tomografii komputerowej i to jest po prostu jedno ze standardowych badań, które Bloni musi robić co jakiś czas. I w następny dzień jest możliwość zobaczenia wyników tej tomografii komputerowej na internecie przed jeszcze spotkaniem z lekarzem, z panią onkolog, która te wyniki dokładnie dla nas interpretuje i mówi o co chodzi. I to jest niewskazane, mówię wam to od razu, żeby samemu patrzeć na wyniki badania, którego do końca nie rozumiemy, bo oczywiście wypatrzyliśmy na nim, że jest coś nowego w płucach, co wygląda jak przerzuty, jak rozprzestrzeniający się rak, no i co za tym idzie, totalna panika, stres nie z tej ziemi. Bloni wam o tym powie sama.
It said that there was growth in one of the nodules that they had seen before. It was 6 millimeters and now it's 10 millimeters, and there were additional ones, two or three more on the scan. So these things have not shown up on any of the scans that I've done since the beginning of this. The doctor said that all of us have these things in us, we're just not scanned enough to know whether or not they're important. So do I feel relieved? I mean, I feel 50% relieved because I know that she's not immediately thinking this is cancer growth. But it doesn't mean that it isn't either, and there is something growing. So I don't have the immediate feeling of now I have to have more scans and more biopsies and another treatment change, because I really like staying with Herceptin and Perjeta, because some people are on it for 10 years and I want to be one of those people or more, you know? So the next treatments aren't as helpful, otherwise they would be moved to the front of the list, because right now I'm using the front of the list drugs. So do I feel relieved? I feel relieved in that now it's not an immediate change and there's just kind of like a wait and see. But I'm still glad I looked at the report, because either way it is concerning, and I would rather be prepared when I walk in there. Imagine if she told us, yeah, this is cancer growing. Would I have rather waited or just heard it right in there? I mean, would I have rather known about it beforehand? I would rather know about it beforehand, because then I have time to sit and digest it and not be like crazy emotional in a doctor's appointment meeting. Do you want to just hold the light on a monopod, or should I just use a stand?
I can hold it on the monopod. Or no, probably stand is better.
You're here. I love it.
Hello, ladies.
How's it going? How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Me too.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hello.
That's cool. That's cool.
Photo of you in your shop. I mean, I can do a headshot separately if you want that while I'm here.
Yeah,
I don't
was just
mind.
gonna toot your horn.
I want to.
I feel like I need to introduce the
we have to
subject.
help you out for all of the
Be
things
quiet
that
for a
help
second.
us.
Trying to say something for like 10 minutes now.
These are real conversations, huh?
I did.
For those of you guys who watch our show regularly, for those of you guys who watch our show for a long time now, you may remember this lady. Come over here, Miss Wonka. Miss Wonka.
Hi.
This is her store behind us. We've done live videos with her before. We've done a promo film, and we've done a couple other episodes where you were in front of our cameras.
Yep.
And today we need to thank you officially for giving us that glowing introduction at the Chamber of Commerce meeting last week, because that we did not expect. And I'll explain to you guys what this is all about in a minute, but I just want to say that
Do you want to explain, or you want me to explain?
You can explain it. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, with the Northeast Chamber of Commerce, obviously it focuses around small businesses, and we like to promote each other and say some nice things and do presentations and whatnot. About 3 to 4 times a week we'll get inquiries about marketing. And me, myself, I have a marketing degree, but my limits only go so far, and so I've used David and Blondie for, I guess, quite a few projects now, and I figured who better than the wizards themselves, I think is how I explained it. And every time that we use a photographer, any type of media, marketing, advertising, they all have their own brand and spin, but there's just something special about what David and Blondie do, and they call it glowing and I just call it truth. And I love these guys, and they do awesome work, and I'm just really happy for them to be here again today.
Wow. Wow, this is, again, more than I expected.
Let's come here once a week so that our egos can get polished up a little bit and we can feel better about ourselves.
So, Blondie, can I say that Christy here is the sweetest person in Northeast? Pun intended?
No, that's a good...
Well, hold on, we got the girls at the bake shop. They're pretty sweet too.
Oh, they
Yeah.
are sweet spice, I guess.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
I don't want to include this window or this window because I just want it to be background.
Do you want
Maybe
us
I
to
should
close the
turn it-
blinds?
Oh no, it should be this way because it says Northeast Chocolates.
But
But can
where
we?
all of our junk is, our
Oh,
clutter.
it's going to be blurry. I'll show you.
Okay.
But can we turn that light off so that it's not? going to see Chris at the Chesapeake Bay Coffee Company to take his headshot and thank him for all that he did for us in promoting what we want to do. Good?
Po odwiedzinach lokalnych biznesów i właścicieli lokalnych biznesów, naszych znajomych w Northeast Maryland, jesteśmy już teraz w Baltimore i to jest dalsza część naszych szalonych 3 dni i tutaj właśnie filmujemy wydarzenie artystyczne z udziałem jednego z całkiem sławnych aktorów. Tutaj uważam, że należy się małe wyjaśnienie. Ta część w tej chwili, którą nagrywam, jest filmowana w sobotę rano, czyli zaraz przed opublikowaniem tego konkretnego odcinka vloga. Nasze filmowanie tej imprezy w Baltimore to było płatne zlecenie. Był tam ten konkretny aktor, którego być może wielu z Was rozpoznaje. Udało nam się z nim osobiście przywitać, więc był to fajny moment. How are you, sir? Pleasure to meet you. My name is David. Ale nie sfilmowaliśmy nic konkretnego na vlog, dlatego że byliśmy wynajęci do filmowania tej imprezy, było to płatne zlecenie i trudno się narzucać komuś w taki sposób i próbować wyciągnąć coś z tego na własnego vloga, kiedy jesteśmy tam w konkretnym celu, jesteśmy w pracy. We have a YouTube channel, you know, like a small vlog.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, 13,000 subscribers.
Oh wow.
13 and a half. So, you don't mind being on our channel, do you?
No, not at all.
Eric here is helping with the sound, helping me with the sound because he's doing the sound. He's the sound master and he connected everything and set the levels, and now we're gonna have awesome sound from the performance. Hopefully, if nothing breaks.
Hopefully, yeah, exactly.
Jailko Iwanek również był tam przez określony okres czasu i w konkretnych celach, więc nie chciałem się narzucać i próbować wyciągnąć coś z tego tylko dla nas. Tymczasem na dzisiaj to już wszystko. Dzięki wielkie za Wasz czas, uwagę, subskrypcje, lajki i komentarze. Na następnym vlogu bardzo ciekawy temat, który wiąże się z sednem naszego kanału, czyli dwujęzyczność. Zapraszamy serdecznie, do zobaczenia za 3 dni. Dzięki wielkie.
Feels like I'm gonna drop it.